Participating in the flag folding, please come forward.
No flag ever devised by man has so clearly expressed the ideals of true democracy in its design. It has been literally the guiding star of our pioneers, explorers, humanitarians, and soldiers. It has interwoven its threads into the texture of every chapter of our national romance. No man, woman, or child can comprehend the majesty of the history of the United States who is ignorant of the story of Old Glory. A thoughtful mind, when it sees a nation's flag, sees not the flag, but the nation itself. And whatever may be its symbols, its insignia, he reads chiefly in the flag, the government, the principles, the truths, the history that belongs to the nation that sets it forth. The American flag has been a symbol of liberty, and men and women rejoice in it. The flag that Sergeant First Class Ramon Merrill and Sergeant First Class Tessie Coe fold today was flown over the Tomb of the Unknowns at Arlington National Cemetery on 4 July 1992 in honor of Sergeant First Class Mike Swingler. We will add meaning and significance to this flag by placing the enlisted ranks Mike has held during his military career into its folds. The first fold represents our country, our unity as a nation. This flag which we honor and under which we serve is the emblem of our unity, our power, our thought and purpose as a nation. It has no other character than that which we give it from generation to generation. The choices are ours. The second fold reminds us that our flag floats in majestic silence above the hosts that execute these choices, whether in peace or in war. And though silent, it speaks to us. It speaks to us of the past, of the men and women who went before us, and of the records they wrote upon it. The third fold speaks of patriotism, which should be taught at the mother's knee when the innocent lips are taught to lisp, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Teach them to love the word country. Teach them that the nobler act of a noble life is to die, if need be, for its defense. Then insist that the lesson at the school be befitting the children of American citizens. Let the American flag be constantly in sight, in the home, in the street, in the school. The fourth fold equates to the four branches of the armed service. It honors those who have best embraced the ideal, our country. In our intercourse with foreign nations, may we always be in the right, but it's our country, right or wrong. Mike was a private first class specialist and sergeant while stationed at Fort Hood, Texas, where God blessed Mike and Renee with their first child, Matt. Matt will put Private E2 rank into the fifth fold. The fifth fold is for the young corporals and sage sergeants, for captains and majors, for pastors and rabbis and priests, for the buck privates who, without benefit of grenades, trench mortars, or tanks, plunged into machine gun thickets to fight the war to end all war. They found themselves adrift in a blind world of whiteness, mustard gas, and noise, groping over something like the surface of the moon, with nothing to guide them but the flag of our country. His son Troy is an Airman E3 in the Navy. He will place Private First Class rank into the sixth fold. The sixth fold reminds us of the 6 battle-weary fighters who vigilantly struggled to the top of Mount Suribachi on Iwo Jima during World War II. Once there, they proudly raised above the battle our flag, the symbol that we all hold dear, the symbol of freedom, democracy, government of the people, by the people, for the people. It is our duty to defend the flag, which stands for them all. Victor and Mike, as mentioned earlier, were specialists together at Fort Hood. He will lay specialist rank into the 7th fold. The 7th fold shows the number of red stripes found on our flag. Red, the color of our blood, signifies the hardness and valor shown throughout our history, when young men and women have been called upon to defend our country. That red reminds us all the real foundation of our liberty is solidified by the warm blood of all who died for the ideals of our great nation. Sergeant Major retired Shelton Williams will put sergeant stripes into the 8th fold. The 8th fold stands for the white in our flag. It signifies the purity and innocence of our children and calls upon us all to ensure our highest beliefs of liberty, honor, and country are carried forward from generation to generation. Sergeant Major retired Susan Dahl will place Staff Sergeant stripes in the 9th fold. Mike served in Germany in Fort Myer while wearing this rank. God bless the Swinglers with Troy's birth while living in Germany and Samantha's while at Fort Myer. This fold commemorates the blue in our Union, which stands for vigilance, perseverance, and justice. The blue reminds us of our country, that our country is a new constellation among governments, one founded on the highest of moral principles. Sergeant Major retired Gary Dahl will lay Sergeant First Class chevron into the 10th fold. Mike was promoted to Sergeant First Class at Fort Myer, was moved to the Pentagon, and served at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. The 10th fold shows that our flag takes on a higher meaning when looked upon as a whole, rather than as an assortment of colors and symbols. For we took the stars from heaven, the red from our mother country, separating it by white stripes, to show we have separated from her. Those white stripes shall go down in posterity, representing liberty. For what our flag has carried, the message of freedom to so many parts of the world. Sergeant Major retired Elmer Castro will put Master Sergeant stripes in the 11th fold. Mike served at Fort Riley and again at the Pentagon as a Master Sergeant. The 11th fold signifies our dedication to the spirit of liberty, the spirit our great country was built upon. Where can you find another country where liberty stands bright and pleasant, at the door saying, if you believe in me, come and be one of us. And even today they come, immigrants in rags and silks, but always liberty comes in their hearts. Those bold, hardy ones from every land who dare choose freedom, those who believe where liberty is, there is my home. I will place Mike's current rank near the 12th fold. Mike served as the acting Chief of Chaplain Sergeant Major before heading to Germany again, coming back to Washington, D.C. for his last assignment as the Installation Management Agency Chaplain, Sergeant Major. The 12th fold is for our fallen comrades, those deceased, prisoner of war, and missing in action. It is in recognition of their sacrifice. For them we raise it solemnly as never before. Live for it, die for it. For even after death, they send their spirit back for it. As we tuck the last fold into the flag, we were reminded of the long and honorable career ending. This fold is for you, Sergeant Major Mike Swingler, for your conscientiousness and faithful dedication to duty and country, for over 20 devoted years spent in the defense of our nation and the principles for which our flag stands. After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under George Washington, and sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones, who were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the armed forces of the United States, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today. Sergeant Major Mike Swingler, you are added to this great cloud of witnesses who served their country valiantly.